Dear parents, this is one for you. I know life is exhausting. I know I feel it and I live it every day. I have two kids, two girls, aged just 7 and 4. And, even though they're getting bigger, they're still a handful, I tell you. So, why do I think traveling as a family is a good thing to do? Because we know that just because you're traveling and you're away, the exhausting part of life doesn't stop. No, 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 it continues. In fact, sometimes it ramps up. So I have a plan. I want to make it easier and more fun for you and for your partner and for your kids. So as part of starting up Pip Co Travel, I was determined to have family trips as part of what I offer because I know the value of traveling with my kids, traveling as a family. I've seen it, I've done it, I've lived it many times. We've just come back from 5 months traveling around Australia, and even though we didn't leave the country, it was just the most mind-blowing experience for them. They just had a ball and they learned so much. My daughter's also had the chance to visit Vietnam twice. She's been to Taiwan and she's been to Japan and she's been to New Caledonia. So she is one well-traveled girl. The little one is about to have her first trip too. I'm sure of it this year. Thanks to COVID, she's a bit behind. But I am determined to make family travel the best experience for everyone. And as part of what I want to do at Pip Co Travel is to take the pain out of traveling. So things like making decisions about where to eat and what time to eat. We know that our kids need to eat early and regularly, and that's also going to be part of the trips as well. We know that not all kids want to do everything all the time. So there's not going to be any kind of weirdness about opting out of activities. Oh, the other thing that really just drives me nuts is when people like tour guides or other people that you meet expect the kids to be quiet all the time. And it doesn't happen. We know that. So there's no expectation your kids have to be quiet. But most of all, the itinerary is going to be super, super family friendly. The activities are going to be really great for kids, but also providing that little bit of education, immersion, exposure to the new culture and to the destination that we're visiting. And Vietnam is the first family destination on the list, Southern Vietnam. Meal times are going to be really family friendly. Meal options, of course. We're going to extend our little ones' palates, but also acknowledge that not all kids want to or can eat things that might be on the menu for a regular tour. So there's going to be some other options for kids as well. Make sure they don't go hungry because no one wants a starving child when they're traveling. Beach time, swimming time, chill out time is really important. We know that. So that's a really big factor of the itineraries as well. Also, one big bugbear of mine is not packing too much into each day, because we know when kids are pulled from place to place, moved around, things can get a bit titchy. So less activities, quality over quantity is going to be a happier place for everyone. Accommodation, definitely going to be really comfortable, but also really well set up for families too. So things like adjoining rooms or sharing rooms, but with enough beds for everyone. And of course, options for babies and toddlers as well. We're not going to have an age limit. So if you have little kids, you've always wanted to travel with them and you haven't been able to find a group that accepts smaller children, don't worry, we will accept them and welcome them with open arms. And we are just so excited that you are considering a family trip. You won't regret it. The kids will just get so much from it. And you will actually be able to have time to relax when you are traveling with a small group of other families. And it's amazing what that difference makes to you as a parent when you know there's just that little bit of downtime and that less amount of planning and stressing about what's happening next, or what to do next, or where you're going to find that next meal, because you know it's all taken care of. So that is my take on family travel. I hope that we will see you one day soon on a family trip with Pip Co Travel.